This is Grand Theft Auto Vice City. We're here on the Nintendo Switch 2. Be sure to like the video, subscribing is great as well. It's time to go down to Vice and party. Anyways, Vice City is a classic Grand Theft Auto experience that's part of the definitive trilogy collection of games. And while the results on the Switch were a bit rough. It's a little smoother here on the Switch 2, but I am holding out and hoping for a proper next gen update. What is this? I have the station set to off, do I not? Radio station off. Radio off. Music. I will just have to cap this off. Anyways, yeah, so you get like what is a pretty vibin' cool place, the neon lights, the aesthetic and the styling of this era, all the fun, all of the excitement, and a story where things are going wrong as per usual, and you will have to live a life of crime as you try to fix things and then build your way up into making a bit of an empire on this one. Now there's silly jobs, there's various environments, there's things to interact with, there's faster loading, and in general, a better experience here on the Switch, which is quite exciting if you're a fan of Grand Theft Auto Vice City, which is a pretty cool game. Seriously, it's definitely worth, diving into and playing and seeing what it has to offer. I actually quite like the story of this one. I think it's also got like a pretty cool open world, some weird funky characters that you can interact with, some wild moments that happen along the way. And yeah, it's just kind of a great game. She seems very, like, short. Thanks for your ride. And of course, you get these massive beaches that do absolutely nothing for the game in terms of, like, being necessary, but kind of cool, nonetheless. It's actually kind of funny to drive through the beach area because it's just, like, big, pointless stuff. It's also funny seeing the Switch versions of the Grand Theft Auto games where there's, like, worse like texture loading and a lower resolution and a lower frame rate. Yeah, but at least you get the magic of like these classic Grand Theft Auto games out on the go on the Switch, and that is a pretty priceless sort of experience. But yeah, it's like everything is quite blurred and fuzzy, and then on top of that you've got like it's just like some weird line stuff like at the bottom of the screen that pops up occasionally, and yeah, and then also like the load in, like the render distance is a little less impressive on here, so you don't really see cars as far as the distance. Really, that caused the thing to explode. But yeah, at least the Switch 2 kind of has the power to keep this all moving smoothly and going well. But yeah, I am really genuinely hoping for that next gen update, because I think the Switch 2 should be capable of playing these ancient Grand Theft Auto games at a bit higher of a resolution with more of a frame rate. I'll just take a better frame rate, honestly. So anyways, it's 648p, 30 FPS. So it's like the resolution of the good old days. I mean, it's a little higher than it was back in the day, than like when it first released, but you know what I'm talking about, where it's like it is painfully slow. But yeah, no, now it's like at least a smooth 30 FPS. Might be the odd stutter here or there, but for the most part, it's quite smooth and looks nice for what it is. You know what I mean? Like it's still been in cache lately. It's still like super low res, but it's a little bit better. There's also some other settings you can adjust. So we've got gameplay settings. You can have the gyro controls if you're into the motion controls. I personally hate them, but all to their own. That is a setting that is available there. Gameplay targeting option, graphics, not really anything too wild here except for classical lighting, which we'll talk about once we go back outside. Audio, and then some accessibility things. But yeah, it's Grand Theft Auto, right? You go around, fight some folks, steal some stuff, do some missions, work through a campaign. In this one, like I said, though, you actually like build a bit of an empire, as to say, which is neat, and you can do like odd jobs and Yeah, Vice City definitely had some interesting stuff going on, and at least I thought so. Like it was a nice, it's a nice gap bridge between GTA 3, which was just kind of kicking off for the, I guess you'd say 3D stuff, and then San Andreas, which went a lot more intense for the narrative elements of it. But anyways, so gameplay, we've been playing with the classic lighting kind of being on, so we're gonna turn that off, and you can just see the difference. So yeah, this is a much more realistic lighting system that is present with the when you turn off the classic lighting, but I do kind of feel like you do get something a bit more realistic if you do actually have the classic lighting turned off. But if you turn on classic lighting, I think you definitely will embrace and enjoy the visual aesthetic of the time a little bit better. That might sound slightly odd, but you know, this game and San Andreas in particular, they have very, very hard lights and coloring for their skies, which can create a very, very distinct visual aesthetic depending on the scenario that you're going through. So, yeah, it's really up to you on that kind of a thing. I think it's funny though that they went ahead and they're like, okay, we're gonna redo the skyboxes, we'll make it look nice and real. Wow, that texture loaded over there makes me think of Flight Sim. Ugh. That looks awful, right? Like, are you seeing that? I don't know how well that shows up on YouTube. Like, oh, the buildings are now fuzzily showing in the distance, but yeah, that is a bit rough. That is a bit rough for sure. Anyways, oh, that is a sick mansion. I want to go take a look at this. It really comes down to, I think, to a degree, kind of preference there, but we're just going to keep the classic going. I just wanted to show off what it was like and the difference it kind of makes. And can I buy this mansion? $8,000. That's it? El Swanko Casa for $8,000? I wish you could buy anything for $8,000 only. Stuff was so much more affordable, even in video games. But yeah, no, you get like a really vibrant atmosphere. It's a cool crime story, the characters you meet, the situations that you come across. As I said, you build your way up from humble beginnings that are a mess, and yeah, there's some crazy stuff. There's like some undercover stuff you do. It's a pretty well thought out, enjoyable story. The only thing I didn't really like was at the end you gotta grind out like side mission things in order to like finish up the story, and I was just like, no. Yeah, it's just like it's so much work. Not too much work, but it's like it's enough work where you're just kind of like, I don't want to do this extra work. But at least the side missions are fun. Although I will say the mission here, there's like a thing with like a drone. That was terrible. Yeah, that was genuinely terrible. It's neat to revisit, give me this car. It's neat to revisit these games and see what holds up well and what doesn't. I want your vehicle. Thank you, ma'am. Boom. You looking for this? Anyways, let's go do the mission. Want to do a little bit tour, show you off the mall and stuff, and just you can kind of see the evolution of things. Like if you play GTA 3 and you go to this one, it's like, oh wow, you know, look how things are improving and how the technology is changing and what new things they're doing between entries. But like, yeah, I really love the vibe of Vice. You know, that particular era and setting was just so cool. It's a vibe.
I like this shirt.
You think enough grease is in that basket?
I'm gonna take this car. Stealing a lot of cars from people. Oh wow, she tried to chase me, poor lady. And then yeah, of course the 5-star system, you know, you anchor the cops, they'll come after you. You just kinda leave and the cops leave you alone, and the thrill of the Grand Theft Auto hunt, some would say. The thrill of the hunt. Alright, let's go buy some clothes. It's access like a bit of a tutorial setup so you can get into it. And I kind of like the vibe of the other one a little bit more.
Nice bike.
I like the car I had, but I'll take your bike. So my character was talking about it. Woo! Wow, the ground gets so blurry when you're driving fast on a motorbike. Holy. Yeah, you can definitely see the resolution scaler, like, auto kind of kicking in. Because, you know, like, it's designed for the Switch 1, right? So it's not giving us as much of a higher threshold to work towards. It's locking threshold it is, but all the little techniques they use to keep performance down are still going to be things that, like, pop up when you play this game. Which is cool. Oh yeah, the water stuff, you get like 2 seconds of water kind of going on. Yeah, I guess it's okay though. Like GTA 3 water is like a nightmare in that one. You cannot get off of things, I'll tell you that much. We meet some people, now we gotta get for a ride. Get on the back, my dear. You know I will.
So difficult having a rich and powerful father.
Let's take her to Poland. Just mowing people down on the motorcycle. I mean, it's kind of a cool ride to take a lady on, I guess. You like this kind of a dude. He's a bad guy. Dun 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 dun.
See you around, handsome.
I could buy this whole place. And we didn't see her again for a large amount of the story. It's actually a pretty crazy game. Like, there's like a scenario with like a tank, and there's... It's like they were just coming up with like crazy missions for you to do occasionally. They're like, hey, you want to do like a wild story? And then you'd end up going on this like crazy thing, and you know, there's like more advanced side missions too, with some crazier results happening occasionally. Oh, come on. Not cool. That's why we don't drive motorcycles. Most likely to get flung out when you're in traffic. Stole that family's vehicle. It really was a Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, no, this is a nice game. It's fun to play this one. Oh yeah, there's a golf scenario too. It wasn't even that long ago I was actually playing this game. That's why it's so, like, fresh in my mind, if that makes sense. I'm just like, yeah, not even that long ago. It's like, it's comparable. It's just, like, it is funny that the resolution frame rate difference is so massive.
What did you find out? That there are more criminals in this.
Between this and what I was just playing, but yeah, no, this is okay on the Switch too. I'm glad I came and took a look at this. I was actually curious about these games. I know Vice isn't necessarily getting as much love as you know, San Andreas always does, but I think this game is very much worth playing and very, very cool. Oh, this car would be faster. This car is slow. It's so slow. But yeah, it's also funny. It's got the brutal mission system too, where it's kind of like, if you fail, you gotta redo it, and it's, yeah, it definitely get a little exhausting if you can't get past a part or something. But I don't think there's really too many spots that are like that, personally. To the Ballaboo, so I could see you.
Where'd you pop up from? I've been looking for a
To go back to the club.
You know why? Looking for some English guy.
I also really like the lead character here. Like he's genuinely quite cool and neat. He's got an interesting backstory and current story going on, and yeah, it's quite a ride through Vice City. Like, you would play it and you'd almost be like, oh, where's this gonna go? And then it would go and you'd be like, huh. Seriously? Why do the cars always explode or light on fire when you get off, like flip them? Is it because the mechanics don't work really well when you do actually like flip the car and flip it back? Like, is that the problem? The other car was awesome. I can now receive calls off of this dead chef's
Oh, way to go, tough
phone.
guy. Beat him to a pulp. That should make him real chatty.
You want some too?
Hey, chill. I won't
Beat him
wait
to the
till you
pulp. I
go
just
up.
mowed him down in my
What's
car.
that? Your green and my dead brother's white lady. Unfortunately, you just silenced our lead.
Accidents happen. Get lost.
Hey, whoa. No need to go all Lone Range on my ass.
We could work together and I could carry you through all these missions.
Two hombres in a strange town. We need to watch each other's back.
My back's just fine, brother.
You sure about that? Here, take this. Follow me.
The chef's not happy that I I drove down that guy. Am I actually supposed to kill these chefs? They're just cooks.
How much worse this can get? You hear this now?
He's just a chef. I thought we were supposed to kill you. Did you not want me to kill all the chefs?
One thing you gotta realize about this town, you gotta pack some heat. Local gun shops a couple of blocks away.
Yeah, Vice City does seem like a pretty sketchy place. I mean, it's a cool timepiece too, right? When they set this game, like era-wise. Nowadays in GTA, you never get anything like that. Not enough money microtransactions-wise to justify setting any of these Grand Theft Autos in any other time period other than the modern setting. Hello there. Yeah, it's the full style of this game. I just think it could be more impressive on the Switch too, honestly. It's not a bad time, though. I mean, it's Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto is always a good time. And it's always nice to play Vice. Revisit these titles. But I don't think that guy's getting back up. Oh, you're safe, you're okay. Yeah. And the... What a way to go. Thinking you're safe and okay, then some other lunatic drives by without stopping or anything and just mows you down afterwards. That's great to know about the weapons. Why don't you just let me go and interact with them? Well, like one type of weapon per time? I left Lace behind. I wanted to buy something, didn't I? Oh, I guess that's the equivalent of what I already have. Alright, so that was kind of useless. Hi there, ma'am.
What was your tea time?
Love the exaggerated hip sways.
The lady's trying to work here.
Yeah, I just love the neon soak styling of this game. It's so cool.
I'm gonna go see what I can dig up.
All the buildings, all the lighting. Very neat vibe. They're cool, of course, the cool music that plays too. Just vibing. Nah, these remasters, it took a long time, but they shaped up pretty good. I mean, obviously Switch is still suffering, but you know.
Land of opportunity, and I still may revolt myself.
Maybe it'll leave a way for another one. GTA 3.
Hell, I'd rather sleep in any wish I married. On me the
Hey, Leo, I think we got a buyer for Diaz's merchandise.
That's good.
Ring, man. Set up the deal, you know?
Where are you now?
You okay, Leo? Sound kinda different.
Just tell me where you are.
Who the hell is this? Put Leo on, man.
Leo's gone away for a while. He left me in charge.
He's... I think he's got away forever, man.
You're ruining the ambience.
I don't think Leo's coming back.